and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday, sunny Tuesday.
Sunny and a little chilly today, though, wasn't it?
It's still March.
But the snow is all gone.
It is
and
gone.
Any minute now, you'll flip a switch and everything will be green.
You know the old saying, though, 3 snows on a robin's back.
I know, that's true. Don't jinx us.
And they're back.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully not. So we'll get to the weather in just a bit. But first, here's what's making news on this Tuesday. Wisconsin has recorded its second and third case of the coronavirus within the last 24 hours. We'll share the latest from Madison to Italy.
Meanwhile, 6 states are holding primaries today in the Democratic primary race. What tonight's results could mean for Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders.
And Janesville police provide more information after a 15-month-old child dies from serious injuries.
Let's take a look outside today. Boy, after a good soaker yesterday, the sun came out today and
the plants respond.
Here they come, yep.
All right, getting there. Light rain is shown tonight, though. A little bump in the road. Dana's in the backyard, enjoying the sunshine.
I am. I think you guys need to head out in the country a little more. We've still got snow on the ground. Believe it or not, even with the rain coming through and the warmer temperatures, just towards Cross Plains and Black Earth, the shadowy areas in the woods and near the railroad tracks, there are still some spots holding on to some snow. You don't even have to go that far north. So looking at our Doppler right now, it's been a really calm, sunny day, a really pleasant evening for us. Again, a little bit of a chill, but very spring-like. To the north towards the Twin Cities, we're already seeing some light flurries, and we are looking at the chance for some light rain and some light snow to build in tonight, but nothing that you really need to be concerned about for your evening. And even as we look ahead to tomorrow morning, it shouldn't impact your morning commute. Again, a live look right now with our Edgewater Skycam. We're close to 47 with the sunshine, not much of a wind to factor on in, so it will be really nice for your Tuesday evening. We'll take a closer look at the timing for that preset moving in overnight in just a few minutes. As far as the roads are concerned right now, here's a look at the Beltline at Park Street. East and westbound are moving. Eastbound going just a little bit slower, though, at this time. Westbound in a pretty good spot currently. We are expecting travel conditions, of course, to pick up over the next few hours as more people get on the road. Downtown should be pretty smooth right now. Janesville to the Beltline, 25 minutes. 17 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and from Sun Prairie to downtown, about 16 minutes on this sunny evening. You guys were right. There's no snow back here on the patio, but I'm telling you that just a little bit to the west, we've got snow on the ground still.
There's some big piles by my house, too, but that's from the snowplow.
Yeah, the snowplow doesn't count. I'm just talking under the trees.
All right. We'll check it out.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Dana.
The State Department of Health Services has confirmed a third case of coronavirus in Wisconsin, and it's right here in Dane County.
Amy Reed joins us now with new travel guidelines that the state is putting out in response. Amy?
This is the second newly reported case in 2 days. Both health officials say happened after these people traveled to coronavirus hotbeds in the U.S. As a result, the Department of Health Services says travel to places where there is community spread of the disease should be avoided. That's in King County, Washington, where Seattle is located. Also parts of New York City and Northern California. Right now, we in Wisconsin do not have community spread. That's when a disease is transferred within the community. Still, to maintain containment, especially in this high travel time of the year, health officials want you to be cautious.
We know spring break is arriving and that many families and individuals have travel plans. So we ask that you inform yourself and use your own best judgment about travel.
Businesses and organizations are heeding that advice today. The Madison Metropolitan School District announced a temporary out-of-state travel restriction for all district staff and students. If you need to double-check your upcoming travel or vacation plans, both the State Department of Health Services and the CDC said that they are keeping track of areas where coronavirus has hit hardest, and those lists are available on the agency websites.
All right, Amy, thank you. The number of coronavirus cases in the U.S. has topped 800. Federal, state, and local officials in at least 36 states and the District of Columbia are working to contain the spread. Dozens of passengers left the Grand Princess cruise ship in Oakland, California, most of them bound for a 14-day quarantine at various military bases. The sickest of the 21 people who tested positive for coronavirus were taken off first. The ship has also been linked to 12 cases from a previous trip, including 1 death. In Washington, the state with the worst outbreak, officials are limiting nursing home visits and implementing new rules for those who work there.
Employers or volunteers must be screened, that's not testing, but screened for COVID-19 symptoms at the start of each shift.
Officials have announced a 1-mile containment zone in the New York City suburb of New Rochelle. That's one of the largest clusters of the virus in the country. The plan affects large community centers and schools, which will be closed until March 25th. National Guard troops will also deliver food to homes and help clean public spaces. The United Nations also announcing it's closing its doors to visitors and preparing for the possibility of holding virtual Security Council meetings, something that's never happened in that organization's history.
Wall Street rebounded today following one of its worst days ever. U.S. stocks opened higher but then fluctuated following yesterday's historic plunge. The president was on Capitol Hill to talk about his proposals with Republican senators. He's pushing a payroll tax relief, help for hourly wage earners, and aid to the cruise ship and airline industries. But Democratic leaders were not in today's meeting.
We just had a meeting on stimulus, and you'll be hearing about it soon.
You know what doesn't help stop the spread of the coronavirus? More corporate tax cuts. We don't have enough tests. People can't determine if they're ill or not.
The head of the CDC told lawmakers today lack of funding has hampered the federal government's response to the coronavirus, and at the Securities and Exchange Commission, which monitors financial markets, a possible coronavirus case has D.C. employees working from home. Outside China, Italy is the country with the most reported infections and deaths from the coronavirus. More than 10,000 people are infected and at least 631 have died. In a desperate bid to stop the disease from spreading, the entire country is now in a lockdown. It's the most severe restrictions on movement in Italy since World War II. The announcement triggered a rash of panic buying in Rome as shoppers en masse swarmed supermarkets in fear of a countrywide lockdown. In a national address, Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte spelled it out in the starkest terms. Quote, "We have run out of time," he says. "We are having a growth in infection and of deaths. The whole of Italy will become a protected zone." Here's what life under lockdown means. Travel across Italy is severely restricted. All public gatherings of any kind strictly prohibited. Employees should work from home or prove to police why they're not. Restaurants and shops will shut their doors after dark. The extension of the shutdown of schools and universities across the country. Violators risk up to 3 months in jail or fines of $225.
Are you scared?
Yes, I am scared. I mean, who is not scared about dying? Everybody's scared about dying.
The Prime Minister has quoted Winston Churchill describing the situation here as Italy's darkest hour. More than 300 delegates are up for grabs today as Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders face off in primaries across 6 states: Michigan, Missouri, Mississippi, North Dakota, Idaho, and Washington. Natalie Brand has more from Detroit.
We are the campaign of energy and excitement.
Yeah. With just hours left for voting, Senator Bernie Sanders showed up at 2 Michigan polling locations looking to rev up support and repeat his 2016 success here.
Get up!
Former Vice President Joe Biden currently leads in Michigan polls, the state with tonight's largest delegate prize. Biden focused on labor during his final Michigan campaign event. He got a warm reception at an auto assembly plant, but there was a testy exchange with one union worker.
A number of voters we've talked to had their minds made up before today, but some had to pick a new candidate after Elizabeth Warren and Michael Bloomberg dropped out last week. For many, electability was top of mind.
Top issue is to get Trump out of office.
Deborah Wilkerson voted for Biden.
It's a coin toss to me. I like both of them.
Keith Proctor went for Sanders.
He'll represent us well going up against Donald Trump in debates.
But other voters here who support Biden stressed the former vice president's experience.
He has the same values that President Obama had.
Biden has already moved on to Ohio, which votes next Tuesday, and Sanders will head there later. The two are scheduled to hold dueling campaign events in Cleveland. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Detroit, Michigan.
Over the weekend, voters in the U.S. territories of Guam and the Northern Mariana Islands will choose their preferred candidate. 4 critical states, Arizona, Florida, Illinois, and Ohio, will vote next Tuesday. A 15-month-old girl has died at the hands of his mother's boyfriend, who was supposed to be taking care of her.
Janesville police have arrested this man, 30-year-old Stephen M. Horan from Janesville. He's being charged with first-degree reckless homicide and physical abuse to a child, causing great bodily harm. Police held a news conference about this case today, and Jamie Perez joins us now outside the home where this happened with more on what we know about all of this. Jamie?
So police say that the mom and her boyfriend had only been dating for 3 months, and during that time, her boyfriend had actually taken care of her child before alone, but this time, unfortunately, it was fatal. Now, police said at that press conference today that the child's mom left the home for a bit on Saturday, leaving her child with Horan while she was gone, but when she came back, her child was severely injured and not breathing. That child was pronounced dead yesterday at the Javon Bia Hospital in Rockford, Illinois. Police also said Horan had been drinking throughout the night, and they're still investigating why this happened. This is the 4th homicide this year in Janesville, and the first time a child this young has been killed in the police chief's time with the department.
This is new ground for us. Like I say, our 10-year average is 1 homicide per year. What I can assure our community is that we will look very closely at these incidents. If there are ways that we can intercede, if there are ways that we can change our services to avoid violence, we do.
Horan is currently being held at the Rock County Jail and also has a previous criminal history, but none of which involves previous child abuse. Now, police say if you have any information that can help them with this investigation, you're asked to call their non-emergency line or the Janesville Area Crime Stoppers.
Jamie Perez reporting live. Jamie, thank you.
One person is in the hospital after being hit by a car on Highway 12 in the town of Springfield. This happened around 10 o'clock this morning at the Highway 19 intersection. Officials say 39-year-old Jeremy Bruner of Lone Rock stopped to help a driver whose vehicle was disabled. As he was trying to push the car off the roadway, Brunner was hit by another car going eastbound. He was transported to the hospital, but the extent of his injuries is unknown. The eastbound lane of Highway 12 was closed for several hours as the crash was investigated.
Governor Evers is proposing a package of legislation designed to control spring flooding, even though the state assembly has adjourned until January. The bills proposed would cover a portion of local government costs to repair highways and bridges and allocate another $10 million to help local governments build structures to collect stormwater. It would also create an income tax deduction for flood insurance premiums and increase borrowing authority for a state program that funds local conservation abilities. The bills will likely go nowhere, though, as Assembly Republicans are not expected to return until January.
Well, still to come at 4, more and more people are turning to a plant-based diet to improve one's health.
But Consumer Reports says you can eat meat and maintain a healthy lifestyle. We'll have more on that when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like James lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds.
Oh.
For those also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
It lowers the risk.
Oh.
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh. Ozempic is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 per prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
Not just better, it's the best Outback ever. The new 2020 Subaru Outbacks are at Don Miller. You'll get the Outback Advantage with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and EyeSight driver assist technology. Now with the Subaru A Lot to Love event, lease the Outback Premium, $249 per month, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, no security deposit, $1949 due at signing, or choose 0.9% financing. The Outback at Don Miller Subaru, west on Odana or east side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
The Food and Drug Administration is cracking down on companies that continue to sell flavored, cartridge-based vaping products in violation of the agency's new policy. The policy took effect in February. The FDA sent out 22 warning letters to companies that make and sell flavored cartridges. Those companies include both online retailers and businesses like gas stations and convenience stores. The companies have to respond within 15 days. The FDA says a top priority is protecting young people from the dangers of tobacco use, especially regarding e-cigarettes. Well, Starbucks cups are going green.
They are testing out a new cup that's recyclable and compostable. Yes, the cups are still made from paper and should look and feel the same as the normal ones, but it's what's on the inside that counts. The liner isn't plastic, it's compostable material. Starbucks has been trying for decades to cut back on waste with a greener cup, but it's not an easy problem to solve. Even with these new cups, recyclers still have to separate the cup liner, which is why they're being tested in cities that have recycling places that can do that, including New York, San Francisco, Seattle, London, and Vancouver. Well, you've probably been using disinfectant wipes more often over the past month or so. Well, now you can clean your iPhone and iPads with them as well. Health officials say the disease can live on glass, metal, and plastic surfaces for more than a week. Apple says it's okay to use Clorox disinfecting wipes and 70% isopropyl alcohol on its products. The Wall Street Journal tested the theory by wiping an iPhone nearly 1,100 times and said the coating on the phone was still in good condition. Well, American Airlines and Delta are slashing both domestic and overseas flights after a plunge in bookings due to the coronavirus.
American, the largest airline in the world, is reducing international capacity by 10% this summer compared to its current schedule. It will decrease domestic flights by 7.5% next month. Delta is also slashing international flights by 20% and cutting domestic flights by 10 to 15%. The company is also putting a hiring freeze on and establishing a way for workers to sign up for unpaid leave. The airline says it no longer stands by its previous earnings outlook for 2020. Students in Taiwan have built their own weapon against the coronavirus. It's a Lego robot that encourages kids to wash their hands.
Once an ultrasonic sensor detects a pair of hands, the Lego machine sprays disinfectant, giving kids a first line of defense against the coronavirus. 6th grader Chen Po-yu helped build the robot. He says all the students think it's very cool and are now more willing to wash their hands. A recorded voice inside the contraption shouts, "Washing hands is super," to encourage kids to keep coming back. After the Fukushima nuclear disaster 9 years ago, kids started learning basic principles of robotics to help solve problems in their hometown. The school's robotic coach calls this Lego bot a simple concept that's keeping students ahead of the curve as the world rushes to contain COVID-19. While Taiwan only has recorded 47 cases of coronavirus, the island is on high alert to prevent more infections. Stocks rebounded today after Wall Street's worst day in 12 years, but not enough to erase Monday's losses. The Dow Industrials added 1,167 points to close at 25,018. The Nasdaq was up 393 points, and the S&P 500 gained 135.
Well, this is a confusing time. It can be with all of these competing studies for carnivores.
Most people know that it's healthier to eat less meat, but meat lovers are left wondering if they have to give it up entirely. Josh Spreiter in Consumer Reports tries to clear things up.
Professional chef Brian Cernatinger serves up sizzling steaks and pork for his customers.
I like meat because it's delicious and I don't eat it every day, but I like to have it as part of my diet.
And Chef Brian is right to be thinking about how much meat he eats. A new study from Northwestern Medicine and Cornell University found that people who eat red and processed meat have a small but significant increase in risk of heart disease and death from any cause. Worried you can't give up meat cold turkey? Well, fear not. Experts from Consumer Reports say that the key, like everything in life, is moderation.
You don't need to give up meat to have a healthy diet. It delivers a lot of important nutrients and it's a concentrated source of protein. However, most people do need to cut back. You should have no more than a few 3.5-ounce servings of red meat per week.
CR has a few rules so you can have a healthy diet and still keep meat on the menu. First, let meat play a supporting role on your plate, with veggies, beans, and grains taking center stage.
When you eat meat, it should make up no more than a quarter of your plate.
Another tip, be choosy about what you buy and eat, looking for less fatty cuts of meat like beef or pork tenderloin or petite or top sirloin.
I like to trim off the extra fat, but you can also ask your butcher to cut off the fat before you take your meat home.
Consider buying grass-fed beef, which along with being raised in more humane conditions is typically leaner. Next, think about how you'll cook it. Roasting, braising, and stewing can be healthy ways to cook meat without having to add extra butter or oil. Grilling also uses less oil, but
charring meat can create compounds that may cause cancer. You should grill meat on a low flame, and if you marinate it beforehand, that can also reduce the formation of those compounds.
With this Consumer Reports, I'm Josh Spreiter for News 3 Now.
It's always something, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Health risks may be greater with processed meats like cold cuts and bacon.
You've probably seen some of the recent several studies that show they were linked to cancer, and they tend to be high in sodium. Instead, Consumer Reports suggests using pork tenderloin, chicken breast, or another cooked fresh meat for sandwiches and salads.
Well, still to come at 4, don't throw out those old clothes you don't wear anymore.
When we come back, instead, recycle them in style. We'll take a look at this latest trend coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
Spend more time on your health, not your drive to the gym. Anytime Fitness has 40 area locations, so they're close to home and work. Get more strength training, more cardio, and more coaching at Anytime Fitness. Now, get a 2-week membership at Anytime Fitness for just $2.
You know your gutters are full of gunk, and you know you need to deal with it eventually. With LeafGuard, you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design channels rainwater into your gutters while leaves, seeds, and other debris just roll off, leaving them clog-free, guaranteed.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and LeafGuard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your LeafGuard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Take 50% off installation labor, get free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new LeafGuard gutter system. Don't wait. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
Get the full picture of your health coverage with the iCare Medicare plan. Plus, as a member, you'll get even more benefits at zero additional cost and $0 premium. Don't wait. Call now to learn more about the iCare Medicare plan.
Keep your wood floors looking their best with any of Surgenian's 3 hassle-free, dustless, and eco-friendly systems. Options include deep cleaning, clean screen and recoat, or dust-free sanding. Restore your wood floors today. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Let me introduce me.
Cuts, colors, braids, and fades. We stand for style. Cost Cutter Salons.
#1 in color in Wisconsin.
Choosing the right Medicare plan is simple, right? Except that there are a lot of choices from a lot of companies. Avoid the confusion and the junk mail. Come to Informed Choice Insurance Agency. We know Medicare, and we offer many of Wisconsin's popular plans. There's no cost and no obligation to come discuss your Medicare options with the experienced team at Informed Choice. Call us today.
If a wedding or special event is in your future, consider the new Grand Ballroom at High Point Steakhouse. With panoramic driftless area views and an award-winning custom menu, it's the perfect choice for the perfect wedding or banquet. The Grand Ballroom at High Point Steakhouse.
Well, take a look at this. It's the highest outdoor observation deck in the Western Hemisphere, and it's now open for business in the Big Apple. At 1,100 feet and 100 floors up, Edge at Hudson Yards offers panoramic views of Manhattan skyline, as well as, brace yourself, crystal clear views straight down through a glass bottom floor. No, thank you. Yeah. Oh, this just gives me the creeps. That's not extreme enough for the surrounding glass panels are angled outward to give visitors the feeling that they are leaning out over the city.
No. So you don't do heights?
I don't do heights.
Susan, would you do it? I don't know. I might be tempted to do it. You definitely do it.
I thought it would be really cool. Like that view would be so nice for a wedding reception too.
Yeah. I could go up there, just not the glass
You
floor.
stay on the other parts.
Yeah.
Those the glass parts.
I'm thrilled with heights. Anyway, great views.
Great views, beautiful views. We're going to be some really nice springy type views in just a few days. Of course, we're expecting some spring-like weather over the rest of the week. Some showers, some sunshine, a little bit of snow chance. We'll take a look at your full 10-day right after the break.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
The latest results of an international study of high school performance on math tests show U.S. students lagging 8 other countries in reading and, get this, 30 other countries in math. Think about the jobs being created in a 21st century global economy, and think about the importance of math proficiency for those jobs. And going just a bit deeper, think about the importance of math proficiency for problem solving and critical thinking skills. And we're not just lagging, we're falling further behind. That does not bode well for this nation's future. There are no doubt many reasons for this, but the fact that so many other countries are doing so much better with the different strategies for teaching math suggests a lack of civic will to demand and then support change. The same holds true for reading. Set aside ideological and institutional and entrenched turf battles. Our kids have to do better.
Merle Norman Skintelligent is a skin balancing system enriched with probiotic technology. Skintelligent, the smart solution to healthy-looking, radiant skin. Free beauty picks with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products.
Managing type 2 diabetes? Dimitri's on it. Eating right and getting those steps in?
On it.
Dimitri thinks he's doing all he can to manage his type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But is his treatment doing enough to lower his heart risk?
Sorry.
Maybe not. Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease, so it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And it lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
On it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
It's perfect. Thank you for choosing our home. Here's a list of our favorite spots to help you live like a local. And here is our Spectrum Wi-Fi password and a channel guide to help you settle in.
Did you say Spectrum?
Experience the fastest starting speeds for the price with Spectrum Internet. At 200 megabits per second, you'll enjoy faster surfing, streaming, and gaming. Switch to Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-902-4499. Then lose yourself in the best in entertainment with more HD and more free on demand. With thousands of free titles to choose from and the best in live TV, there's always something on. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Plus, download the Spectrum TV app for more ways to watch. Call 833-902-4499.
It happened again. You guys were supposed to leave yesterday.
Is that my robe?
Is it?
Lose yourself in the best internet and TV with Spectrum. Switch now from $44.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-902-4499.
Merle Norman Skintelligent is a skin balancing system enriched with probiotic technology. Skintelligent, the smart solution to healthy-looking, radiant skin. Free beauty picks with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
So today has turned out to be a very, very pleasant day. A little cool outside this morning, but spring-like with some sunshine and a light breeze. The clouds are going to build back in overnight, though, and that's going to lead to the chance for some light rain, maybe a little mixed precipitation north of Madison. Now, for tomorrow afternoon, this all clears out pretty early in the day, and that leads us back to the sunshine. Wednesday should be another pretty pleasant day with mild temperatures expected for Wednesday and for Thursday. We've had high pressure keeping things pretty quiet this afternoon throughout the Midwest and most of the plains. This little area of low pressure is going to continue to push east, bringing our rain chance, a mixed chance for tonight. Passes through very quickly. Again, it's really just about a midnight to early tomorrow morning timeline here. So the rest of your evening stays dry. Our breeze from the southeast right now. The closer we get to midnight, we start to see that rain chance creep in along the western edge of the state first, and then widespread showers from, again, about midnight to 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Areas north of Madison might see a little light snow or mixed precipitation, but none of that's really expected to stick. The ground's really saturated right now, and temperatures will stay too warm to really see much accumulation. Mostly just rain for areas Madison south, and by your drive into work tomorrow, 7, 8 o'clock, the roads might be a little wet, but we're not expecting anything to be coming down at that time. We'll still be cloudy for your drive into work, but by the afternoon, the sun does return, and we are expecting high temperatures to yet again climb to a very mild spot to the low 50s for Wednesday afternoon. Now, overnight Wednesday, heading into Thursday morning, there'll be a small chance for some light rain to develop north of Madison, the clouds building in, and then for Thursday, we have another chance for some showers. This is going to be a little tighter line passing through late in the morning on Thursday and early in the afternoon. We're expecting the possibility for some heavier rain mixed in there. May hear a rumble or thunder or two, but not a great chance for any strong thunderstorms to pop up, and certainly no severe weather threat with that one. The rain passes through in the mid-afternoon, and by Thursday night, we're expecting things to be nice and dry. Not a lot of accumulation with these two events. Rainfall totals by mid-morning tomorrow will be around a few tenths of an inch with that, and then heading into Thursday morning and throughout the day on Thursday, we'll pick up maybe another tenth of an inch or so. So that's good, not including a lot of rain accumulation with these events. But overall, much of the country, as we look at our 6 to 10 day outlook, will likely stay a little bit above average for this time of year for some precipitation coming through. It seems likely that we're going to continue to watch our numbers creep up just a little bit. Temperatures tonight will be in the mid-30s for our overnight lows. Tomorrow afternoon, we get partly sunny skies in the afternoon and high temperatures near 50 degrees. Thursday, we are expecting that next round of rain. Mostly cloudy skies throughout the day on Thursday with high temperatures in the mid-50s. And Friday, mostly sunny, a little cooler outside, but we get the sun back. Very similar to today in the mid-40s. Another small chance for some light showers developing late in the day on Saturday, really more of a late afternoon and evening event. And then we're expecting sun back for Sunday, Monday. More rain chances for next week because it's March and it's spring and we can't have the sun around for too long.
So a little, yeah, little every other day. A little sun, a little rain.
Yes, yeah. Keep the umbrella on hand, keep the shades on hand. Yeah. It's just one of those where you kind of got to check the phone app and say, okay, this is what's happening this afternoon.
It's that time of year.
Yeah,
yes.
It is.
All right, Dana. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
Well, fast fashion has led to Americans throwing out millions of tons of old clothes.
But one group says that would-be garbage can be salvaged and even turned into something beautiful. Nancy Chen went to an unusual fashion show to find out how.
This New York fashion show is filled with style, glamour, and creativity. But these creations are not the work of a top designer. This production comes from the New York City Department of Sanitation.
When you think of sanitation, you think of trash, but it's really treasure, and that's what people are going to see tonight.
Cheryl Roberts is just one of the stylists in the show where the clothes are secondhand.
This is a table runner that we're making into a skirt. This is a scarf that's kind of like now it's a shirt.
The looks coming down the runway are from thrift shops or designed with leftover fabric.
My jackets that are going on the runway today, for example, I've got tiny scraps of fabric that would otherwise get thrown away.
It's all an effort to help the environment and get people to cut down the amount of clothes they toss.
This whole week has been about clothing swaps, thrift stores, upcycling, mending, going back to like what your grandma taught you how to do. You don't actually have to get rid of a garment because there's a tear.
With people constantly updating their closets, most old clothes end up in landfills. The EPA estimates less than 14% is recycled. And the amount of textile waste has increased more than 650% since 1960.
A lot of people have this stigma of wearing like used clothes. For whatever reason, everybody wants to buy something new, and I'm like, why? When there's so many beautiful things already out into the universe.
Roberts hopes her designs become a model for others to emulate. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
It's a great idea.
Yeah,
the New York City Department of Sanitation says the amount of textile waste in New York City every year is equal to nearly 900 statues of liberty.
Wow. And that's just New York.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, there's more to come at 4. We'll get some tips on how you can get a better night's sleep.
And then coming up tonight at 5, what UW officials are telling students ahead of the upcoming spring break. That's coming up tonight at 5.
I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place, Apple Wellness. You've heard me say that CBD is great for people who suffer with stress. Because everybody is different, at The Healthy Place we have dozens of solutions for the tension you're feeling. One of the products we recommend for stress is Adrenal Boost, a blend of adaptogenic herbs that boost your energy and lessen your stress. Our wellness consultants are trained to help you get to the root of your struggle. If you're tired of feeling stressed or just plain tired, we can help. Stop by one of our 4 Madison locations or online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Have you heard the news? Ganser Company is your home for J.D. Power's top-ranked window and patio door manufacturer, Infinity from Marvin. You'll get 80 years of our experience to make an informed decision in 80 minutes.
Schedule your free in-home consultation and get your home ready for the Wisconsin winter.
Ganser has the answer. Remember, 80 years and 80 minutes from a local family business of 4 generations.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it, pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
Tonight at 5, day 3 of the trial of the man accused of killing his stepfather, what the suspect's mother said about the crime.
Light rain and snow tonight will end Wednesday morning, and sunshine will return in the afternoon. Thursday will be mild with showers returning. My first warn forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, the second confirmed patient with coronavirus was treated at SSM Health. New details about their process to isolate patients and keep the virus from spreading.
Here's a live look downtown. Blue skies on this Tuesday afternoon. Florida's governor declared a state of emergency to help fight the coronavirus outbreak. It comes amid spring break for millions of Americans. The state's popular beaches, as you know, have been expecting big crowds.
But tourism officials say they're worried about the potential impact of the outbreak on businesses. Manuel Bojorquez is in Miami Beach.
It's awesome. The weather's great. It's cold back home.
Tourists are still flocking to Florida for spring break despite concerns over coronavirus. Visitors to South Beach will see newly installed hand washing stations directly on the sand. Others say they'll carry their own hand sanitizer on vacation.
I always have it on me because it's like you walk up, you touch railings, you go to class, you don't want to touch your face. It's just bad.
A CDC warning isn't stopping people from boarding cruise ships either. A day after the agency cautioned against ship travel, 7 cruise ships left the port of Miami, excited passengers waving as they departed. So far, Florida's health department has identified at least 15 cases of coronavirus. 2 turned deadly, one near Pensacola, the other near Fort Myers. 4 other cases have been found just north of Miami.
Public gatherings can pose a risk.
Where officials have canceled 2 major events. The Ultra Music Festival and the Calle Ocho celebration, each drawing crowds in the hundreds of thousands, are now called off. Ultra Music Festival ticket buyers were informed Monday night that they will not get a refund.
We cannot put the welfare and safety of our residents for any amount of money at risk.
But money is a concern for the hospitality industry. More than 23 million people visited Miami in 2018.
So what are we doing to prevent it?
A meeting was held in Miami Beach on Monday so business leaders could hear directly from health officials.
We're doing everything we can to get through this with the least amount of damage possible, obviously to public health and secondarily to our economy.
Does anything about this keep you up at night?
All of this keeps me up at night because there's so much uncertainty.
Dan Rowe, head of Panama City Beach's tourism operation, says he's worried too, but he insists the Gulf Coast town is open for business and safe for everyone.
The coronavirus is out there, but it's no different here than it is at home. So until there's travel restrictions, limiting people's ability to travel around the Southeast, come on down to the beach and take those same precautions you would at home.
Many families drive down to Florida instead of flying for spring break, so the Department of Transportation has added educational materials at rest stops along the interstates as another measure to try to stop the virus. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Miami Beach.
And officials are expecting between 3,000 and 5,000 visitors per day on South Beach through the spring break season. That's a lot of folks.
Yeah, and you have to rethink all of your plans these days.
A lot of people are canceling plans, too.
Yeah. Well, still to come at 4, are you getting enough sleep? If you're like most of us, probably not.
But there are sleep hygiene tips to help you get a better night's sleep. Psychologist Shyla Murgain is in the green room. We'll get some tips from her right after this.
The brand new Dwellings location. I'm joined with 2 of the best interior designers in all of Madison, Julie and Jenny. It's such a stunning place, and you walk in and you just have this sense of creativity, and for me, I just want to change every room in my home now. So that was the goal. Right. So for people who have never been maybe in your last store or in this new store, what can they find in-house here?
So between upholstery, accessories, we can do bedroom, we have custom dining, so we really can fill almost every niche of your house. Everything is custom, so you can do different fabrics, different leathers. We have a lot of people that are looking for what we call the finishing touches, so whether it's a rug or drapery or window treatment or just a lamp, we can do that as well.
For the people who can't visualize what they need, you will come into their home for $150 and you will get them on the right track. Talk me through what that process is like.
So both of us go to your home. We talk you through the space or spaces, budget, goals for the room, colors, things you like, things you don't like, things you want to change, lighting, pieces you want to keep. Maybe you have an heirloom piece that you want to try to use.
and then we invite you back into the store for a complete presentation.
So for people who think, you know what, this in-home design, you know, I'm going to wait till I get a raise. I'm going to wait until next year. I'm going to wait until our kids are older. Not true. Don't wait.
So many of our people have a plan, and they just want a long-term goal. And so maybe they add on a rug or they add on a lamp as they go. So,
Love the space that you're in. Come and get these 2 designers for $150. I mean, are you kidding me? Or stop in the store. You will find something that you will fall in love with. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Madison's best kept $150 secret.
From Dwellings. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can plummet you to extreme lows, lift you to intense highs, or make you feel both at once. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1 symptoms? Ask about Vraylar. Some medications only treat the lows or the highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1. Full spectrum relief of all symptoms with just 1 pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction. Or uncontrollable muscle movements may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Movement dysfunction, restlessness, sleepiness, stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
Right now, traffic seems to be going along fairly good. No accidents to report. It's just the eastbound side's going a little slower. Westbound looks fine. Let's look at the belt line at Park Street. Those speeds along the eastbound side are in the mid-20s, so moving, but again, a little slower than where we should be at. From Janesville to the belt line, 25 minutes. Sauk City to Middleton, 16 minutes, and Sun Prairie to downtown still at 17 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. A Louisiana driver was riding around with this license plate that hadn't been renewed since 1997. Louisiana drivers are supposed to renew their tags every 2 years. Slidell police say when an officer recently stopped the driver for his expired tag, he told the officer he's been busy, totally forgot, for 23 years. Time to update that, fella. Are you losing sleep because of coronavirus or stock market fears?
Or maybe the shift to daylight saving time. Does that messed up your body clock like so many people? Well, UW Health distinguished psychologist Shyla Murgain is here with some tips on how we can get a good night's sleep. Hi, Shyla.
Hi. A lot of stuff to keep you up at night.
Boy, it's been a rough couple of months.
It really has. And when we think about dealing with the coronavirus or the plunge in the stock market, having quality sleep is one of the best things we can do to stay resilient. You know, we're living in stressful times and people all around us, including ourselves, are feeling overwhelmed, fearful, anxious, and getting good quality sleep will help us stay in our center and really have that inner capacity we need to handle difficult times that are going on around us.
And messing with the clocks doesn't help either.
Losing that 1 hour, you know, many people, including myself, woke up Monday feeling pretty groggy, and we find that 1/3 of Americans are pretty sleep deprived, so losing that hour can really add injury to the insult of not getting enough hours of sleep, and when we're not sleeping well, that really costs us in a lot of ways.
So you have some tips of sleep hygiene.
So yes, we can think about springing forward with the daylight savings time is a good time to reset our sleep habits, and we want to because when we sleep well, we're more productive, we have better relationships, we have better concentration. So I want to talk about my top 10 tips.
Okay, great.
So the first one is to have a consistent wake and bedtime. You want to go to bed every day around the same time and then also wake up around the same time each time. Even on the weekends. Try not to vary that too much.
All right.
The second one is to have a consistent pre-sleep ritual. So think about doing the same thing each night, maybe brushing your teeth, washing your face. My grandpa used to have milk and cookies, so drinking some milk has some tryptophan, and cookies are carbohydrates that can help induce sleep. So try to do the same thing each night.
Okay.
Number 3, we can think about using the bed only for sleep or sex. We shouldn't be working on our taxes in bed or watching TV
tea in bed, watch the 10 o'clock channel 3 news in your living room.
That should be your ritual before you're going to bed.
Yeah.
All right, and the environment's important too.
Absolutely. We want to create a bedroom sanctuary. It should be dark. It should be quiet. If you have a lot of noise around, use a fan or a white noise machine. And it should also be free of clutter as well. And it should be relatively cool. They say an average of 63 degrees or less.
Okay, so you want to avoid stimulating activities, like don't work out close before bedtime?
Yep, exercise is great, just not before bedtime. Try not to drink alcohol. You might fall asleep, but it's often you're going to wake up earlier, or when you do wake up, you're going to feel less refreshed. And try to avoid nicotine in general, but especially before bedtime.
A lot of people like naps too.
They do, and naps are okay, but sometimes people overuse naps. So I always say try to minimize them. If you're going to give a nap, do it 20 minutes or less earlier in the day before 2 p.m.
All right.
Great.
Electronics?
Yes, this is one of our
big problem.
Yes, and the blue light emitted from electronics induce it helps block the natural production of melatonin. So turn off electronics an hour before bedtime and try to keep the environment dark. If you wake up in the middle of the night, don't turn on all the lights. Use a night light.
At some point, you can turn off the blue light thing. There's a setting.
You can, but still that light coming in is stimulation, kind of mimicking sunlight.
Okay, now here's the big one. Don't take your worries to bed.
Yeah, people put their head.
How in the world do you do that?
Yeah, your head's on the pillow and you're worrying about your to-do list. I like to prescribe a practice of just journaling for a few minutes, your to-do list, any concerns of the day, getting it out of the head onto the paper, and then end that practice with writing 3 good things that happened that day, a little gratitude to reset your mindset into the positive, into the good, and you'll often find that you can much more easily slide off into sleep.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And don't just lay there.
No, if you're laying there and you can't sleep, sleep physicians really recommend getting out of bed after 20 minutes of laying there and do something relaxing. Don't go on your phone or watch TV, but instead do some reading of a book or magazine.
Quickly, number 10?
Is to take a warm shower or bath at bedtime. If you can really increase your core body temperature and then go back into a cool room, your core body temperature will slowly cool off during the night to help you have deeper, more restorative sleep. Yep.
All good tips all around.
Oh, very timely too.
Very important. All right, well, I'm going to go take a nap. Thanks for being with us today.
Great to be here. Thank you.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Hey, pretty rope.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentix works on all of this.
4 years and counting.
So watch out.
I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are feeling real relief with Cosentix. Cosentix is a different kind of targeted biologic. It treats the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis to help you look and feel better. It even helps stop further joint damage. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur.
I just look and feel better.
I got real relief with Cosentix.
Watch me.
Feel real relief. Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
Spend more time on your health, not your drive to the gym. Anytime Fitness has 40 area locations, so they're close to home and work. Get more strength training, more cardio, and more coaching at Anytime Fitness. Now, get a 2-week membership at Anytime Fitness for just $2.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have to deal with your messy gutters anymore? Leave that nasty chore in the rearview mirror with a new Leaf Guard gutter system. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how Leaf Guard's patented design keeps leaves and debris out so you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. And now is the best time to get Leaf Guard. Take 50% off installation labor, get free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your Leaf Guard purchase. Call now to set up a free estimate.
Hi everyone, Wednesday morning we'll have the results from the latest round of primaries and what it means for Wisconsin with our own primary less than 4 weeks away. And with cleaning to prevent coronavirus on everyone's mind, we'll cover what you might be forgetting when we see you starting at 4:30.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way.
Well, the sun looks nice. A little chilly out there.
It's not too bad. A light jacket. There's not much of a breeze to factor in for this evening, which is good. But the clouds are starting to build in a little bit. We had a clear sky today. Now we have a few clouds off to the west, and that's going to be the scene overnight with the clouds building in. Temperatures currently in the upper 40s. We won't drop too much overnight, thanks to the cloud coverage and the showers that will be developing later on. Around midnight, we'll expect some rain, possibly mixed with some light snow well north of Madison. This all comes to an end before your morning commute, and then the sunshine will return tomorrow. Temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday will yet again be at a very mild spot. It's very spring-like. 3 things you need to know.
Above average.
Yeah.
All right, Dana. Thanks,
you. Dana.
Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll answer your questions about the economy and Wall Street with a money expert.
And Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be here to get us ready for summer with some flower bulb suggestions. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.